Now, welcome to Module 7. In Module 6, we look at the importance of DAX, Data Analysis Expression, using Power BI. So, in this course, in this Module 7, the focus is on data visualization and how to design your dashboard. This helps you to transform raw data into actionable insights. This is when data becomes truly valuable, when it is presented in a way that is easy to understand, interpret, and even act upon. Okay? So, so in this module, you will learn the principles and techniques of creating impactful visual reports and even interactive dashboards in Power BI. Raw numbers alone are very difficult to interpret, and you will not even know how to get insights. But effective visualizations can help users, and even business owners, to identify trends, patterns, relationships, and even outliers. So when the dashboards are well designed, it helps to bridge the gap between data and strategic decisions. So this module will cover understanding Power BI visualization, maybe using charts, KPIs, tables, and maps. Also look at how to create the charts, how to use filter and slicer. At the end of this module, you should be able to design a professional, interactive, and visually appealing Power BI, so that you can communicate your data effectively. Now, Power BI visualizations are just graphical representations of data that help users understand information quickly and make informed decisions. So, when we say visualization, how you are able to graphically represent a data, that's what we call visualization. So, when you use Power BI, we call it Power BI visualization. Common types of visualizations in Power BI can include bar and column charts, line charts, pie and donut charts, tables and matrices, maps, cards, and KPIs. For bar and column charts, you can use it to compare values across different categories, and it's even best for showing rankings. If you want to show rankings or difference between groups, you visualize it using bar and column charts. Then line charts, you can use it to display trends over time. It's very suitable for showing patterns, growth, or when there is a decline across periods. But for pie and donut charts, it's very, very important to you visualize proportional percentages. So if you want to display a part of a whole, you make use of pie chart. Then you can also use maps. Maps you help to visualize geographical or location-based information. All right. So that's just the different types of visualizations that are available. Now, let's look at how to create bar charts, column charts, and line charts. It's very easy. When we say bar chart, bar chart has horizontal bars, and it's best when category names are long or there are many categories. But column chart is different from bar chart. Column chart involves vertical bars, and it is best for comparing values across fewer categories. You have to know when to use them. Now, if you are comparing sales by product, revenue by region, or performance by team, you make use of either bar or column charts. All right. So let's look at how to create it. 1. Select the visual type from visualization pane. Then drag category field to axis. All right. Then drag value field to values. Then customize colors, labels, and formatting. That's how to create it. But line chart, how do you now create line charts? Line charts, for instance, in creating line charts, first select the line chart visual, drag data field to axis, If maybe date in the column, you can drag if you want to use date. Then drag value field to values. Then add multiple lines to compare different categories. Don't forget line charts helps to show maybe if a monthly sale trend or even to track KPIs over quarters. All right, so you have to know when to use them and how to create them. So let's move further to creating KPI visuals. KPI means key performance indicators. The purpose of visualizing KPI is to display current value of an important business metric against a target or goal. For instance, if you want to look at total sales versus target, monthly revenue, profit margin, customer growth rate, you make use of KPI visuals. It has a lot of benefits. It can help you to monitor business performance at a glance, highlight progress towards targets, and provide quick insights for executives. Okay, so then, like maps, I say maps are used for geographical analysis, and there are different kind of map. You can use basic map, field map, shape map, even Azure maps. You can use it. You can bring in map when you want to do regional sales analysis, customer distribution by location, branch performance comparison, and even market expansion planning. Okay, now how do you use filters to control your data display? Filters display only the data that meets specific conditions. Maybe you have a full data, but you want a particular area you want to focus on, you want to consider. You use filter to display it. They help users to focus on relevant information without changing the underlying data set. We have different types of filters. What we call visual level filters. Visual level filters helps to apply to a single visual only, and it's best when different visuals on the same page need different filters. And there's what we call page level filters. Page level filters, these affect all visuals on a single report page, and it is best when a page focuses on a specific theme. Maybe you want to consider the southern region or northern region only. Use what we call page level filters. Then aside that, there's what we call report level filters. These apply to every page and visual in the entire report, and it is best for global filters like year or status. How do you now apply filters? First, you have to select the visual, the page or report. Then you drag a field to the filter pane. Then set the filter condition, then allow users to modify filters. Filters will help you to simplify your data analysis by removing irrelevant data. It can also help you to improve report clarity and focus. It can also allow users to focus on specific categories. You want to work on specific categories, you make use of filter. It will help you, so that it will not affect or modify the underlying data set. Okay, let's talk about slicer. What is a slicer? A slicer is a visual filtering tool that allows users to interactively filter report data by selecting one or more values. It's similar to filter, but it's more user friendly. Example can be date slicer, region slicer, product category slicer, customer segment slicer, and so forth. Now, it is easy and intuitive for end users to understand, and it can also help to provide real-time interactive filtering. All right, so let's talk about drill down. Moving from summary to detail. Drill down, allows users to move from summarized data to more detailed levels within the same visual, and is commonly used with hierarchical data. Example of hierarchical, when I say hierarchical data, example is maybe you have a data that is from year, is arranged from year to quarter to month and to day. You can make use of drill down. Okay, now how do you use drill down? First, create a visual with a hierarchical axis. Then users double click or use the drill button. Okay, each click reveals the next level of detail. Okay, so this drill down is very important because it enables detailed data exploration reduces dashboard clutter by keeping details hidden until needed. All right, so that's why it is important. Then aside drill down, there's what we call drill through. Drill through will help you to navigate to detailed pages. Maybe you want to go to detailed pages, you know, you use what we call drill through, not drill down. You use drill through because it provides deeper analysis without overcrowding main dashboard. Okay, it can also help to improve report navigation and support detailed investigation of the metrics. All right, so now in designing your dashboard, there are principles you need to follow. You should keep the layout simple and uncluttered. Then prioritize the most important metrics. Okay, then arrange visuals in a logical reading order from left to right language. You can also arrange from top to left or to bottom right, but it should be arranged. Okay, you should also maintain consistency across report pages. Then group related visuals together and always use appropriate white spaces. Okay, then your design should be for end user, not for you. So you have to understand what question users need answers to. So focus on the business objectives and not just merely on the available data. Don't forget that different audiences require different views. All right, so we have seen in this module that data visualization is very important, and that effective visualizations are more than just attractive charts. They are powerful communication tools that transform complex data sets into clear, actionable insights, for decision makers. A good dashboard design bridges the gap between what? Raw data and strategic action. So, with these visualization skills, you are ready to move to the complete report development process. You'll be able to communicate effectively, so that you generate data driven insights. All right, so thank you for listening.